All right, welcome back. We're going to tie another mouse pattern today. This is for my collection. It's going to be a super mouse, but I want to do that hair sparkle tail, and I'm going to change the body of the mouse. Previously, we had a kind of a tapered body, but I want a larger back end and thinner midsection. So that's what we're going for. This is one I want for my box. So we'll tie it up. We'll start with shaping the body. We have two pieces of 4 mil foam. We're going to glue them together to make one block of 8 mil foam, and then we'll shape that for the body. I'm going to put a little super glue, use a toothpick, and we'll glue it up here. You need a little bit more. And glue that up, spread her on. That looks good. And then we'll take our other piece, sandwich it on. And that will need to set. And then we'll chop that up. So while that's setting, I'm going to prepare the tail. So we have our synthetic hair, and we'll cut that out, smooth that out. We'll set that down, and then we want some flash. We'll use Polar Flash, Sparkle Tail Super Mouse. And we will add the flash to the hair. And then we will furl the hair, spinning it, trapping, spinning, trapping, spinning, trapping. Looks good. Spinning, trapping. It's already starting to furl. There's got to be a better way to do this, but this is what we got. Okay, we got it nice and long. We'll let that furl. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's let it furl. That should be good. That should be long enough. Ooh, the end's a little raggy. But it'll have to do. All right. So we'll set that aside. I want to clip it so it doesn't come unfurled. We'll clip it here, and then we'll set that to the side. And we'll take our foam block. We're gonna have to cut. I'm gonna cut this into a rectangle. Then I'll show you how I shape it. I'm just slicing it with a razor blade right now. Wider body. Okay, so that's basic shape, what we got. Now, where I had a bit better knife here. Oh, here it is. Get a little knife. So we got a basic rectangle shape. I'm going to start shaping there. Okay. So that's the shape we're going for. Taper down a little bit. The tapered down point is going to be the head, and I want the hips of the mouse wider. So I don't want it that angular. And we're going to spiral wrap this. So let's heat it up a little bit. Heat. Then I'm going to just take those edges down a bit. And then the sides, heat it up and try to press it in. Other side, heat it up, press it in. Oh yeah, that'll be good enough. And then we'll knock down the front points and press them in. All right. Oh, let's knock down this side a little bit more. Yeah, that's a good shape. So the middle's indented, the front is softer, and then the back is softer as well. And then we'll do an incision, and then we'll glue that on the hook. That's how we'll do it. All right. We're using a size 1/0 Stinger, no barb. Do a thread base. This will give something to bind to, and we don't want the foam to cover the entirety of the hook shank because the head of this fly will be hair, some elk hair. And let's measure out our foam piece. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll tie in our tail. We have our pink sparkle tail. We'll tie that in. That's good. And we'll maybe even tie it up further just to give that foam a base to tie into. Get a little bit of more meat on this shank. Yeah. All right, let's do incision into our foam body about halfway. That's good. Open it up a bit. Yeah, that'll be good. And then foam strip. So we'll spiral wrap the foam strip. I don't have a huge piece of foam, so I need to make sure it'll cover. I guess we could just add a little bit more or just stop it premature. Not a big deal. So this will be our foam strip. We'll spiral wrap that. And then we're going to do a mono. We'll do a mono loop. The other time I did this, I did a thread loop, but I want more tension in the brush, so I'm going to do a mono loop this go around. Mono loop. This basic monofilament tippet material, actually. We'll tie that in. The mono loop will go around the spiral wrapped foam. So here's the other end of the mono. We'll tie that in. Oh, it's a big loop. When you're tying in the mono loop, you want to, I don't know if this is going to show up, but you want to wrap the thread around the base of the loop a couple times. That brings the loop together and it really secures it in there. Do it again. So wrap the thread around the loop. And now the loop is nice and tight. Good. Let's take our foam. When we glue the strip of foam in, we want our spiral wrapped strip to be on the outside because we're going to begin to wrap it. So cock it to one side, and then glue it in. We might need to open that up a bit more. Okay, that looks good, and we'll get our glue. We apply the glue to the body foam, not to the shank of the hook. So just run that glue in our incision that we made. That looks good. Nice and wide. Cock that foam. Then press her down. Try to, ooh, I didn't. Yeah, there we go. Press her in there. Press her down. I gotta check to see if it's in. I might need more glue. I think, let's try to get a little bit more glue in between the butt, the hips. Get a little bit more glue in the hips. Yeah, there we go. Again, tail is a bit weak. Should have made it longer. All right, so there's the body shape. From the underside, you can see it looks like that. And now we will spiral wrap the foam. When we spiral wrap, we apply the glue to the foam strip a little bit at a time, not all. And we wrap nice and slow. So wrap one, nice and slow. Two, nice and slow. Let's do a little bit more glue. And three, nice and slow. We're gonna run out of foam. A little bit more glue. Four, nice and slow. Actually, that'll work. That'll be just enough. Got a little tag. We'll put in a little bit there, and then we'll finish her off. All right. Not too shabby. Yeah. We didn't cover all the way, but that's okay. We're going to tie this down. It'll pinch. But you can see the back base is wider, which is what we're going for. All right, let's do a brush. This is Fox. I've been doing a lot of Fox lately because I'm into the Fox. Fox has nice, soft, long fibers. Rabbit is soft, but the fibers are short. Fox, the fibers are longer, so I think you can get more bang for your buck. There. I kept a lot of the guard hairs in, and I'm now just gonna gently take some of them out. Keep some, but leave some. And that'll be good. So we have guard hairs here. We have soft underfur here. Okay. Throw those away. Let's do our brush. Do you put wax on the mono? I've never done it before, but let's give it a go here. Maybe it'll be good. I'll give it a go. A little bit of wax, hold things together. When you're tying with making thread brushes, the wax is very helpful. Oh yeah, wax is playing. And I'm adding the material to the brush. Just slipping it in between. Our loop is 1,000 times too long. That's okay. And then we're gonna spin that loop up. Spin it up. Get my finger out. Okay, spin it up. Spin, spin, spin. I've never had a proper spinner. I've just used a paper clip or another hook. I've seen the weighted spinners before, but I haven't used them. The mono gives us a lot more tension, and it'll allow me to wrap the brush much tighter. The reason I do foam and the hair is to minimize the material used and add buoyancy. The foam's for the buoyancy, the hair is for the look. But a lot of patterns use hair or just foam, but I wanted to kind of combine the foam and the hair. All right, that's plenty tight. Now we pick out our brush. We'll do more picking later, but this is just initial pick. The rotary function on the vise is very useful here. And then we'll just follow the traces of the spiral wrapped foam, try to get it in between and then get it nice and tight in there. That's good. That's good. And bring it around. All right. Looking good. Looking mighty fine. Oh. Okay, that's enough. Tie it off. One more. Tie off the brush. Now we got to secure it down. I'm wrapping over the foam. I'm going to start my hair head on the tip of where the foam ended. There we go. Let's do a little bit of picking, then we'll add some legs. A little bit of picking. We might pick out those longer guard hairs if they're too unruly. A little bit of picking. There we go. Oh, that dropped. Yeah, I think these guard hairs got to go. But that's good. All right, legs. We'll do some purple legs. Purple legs for this one. We'll do three strands of rubber. Oh, we'll do 4 strands of rubber because we got 4. And we'll even them out. And then we will knot them. Knot them at the ends here. Those will be our little toes. Come on. There we go. So there's one little foot. And then we'll do the other little foot. All right, so we got one strip, two little feet. We'll tie that in. Tie that in 50-50. And sweep them back. All righty. We got our, oh man, one leg is longer than the other. We gotta fix that. That'll drive me nuts. There, yeah, that's better. Okay, so we got our legs in, we got our body. Let's do the head. I'm using for the head this elk. It's got colorful tips and then a natural color, a little bit darker than other elk. We want a collar. So the first bunch, the tips should be roughly the same. And the first bunch should be bigger because we're trying to develop that collar. We clip out our elk, and then we're going to want to pick out the shorts. Pick out the shorts. If you were a judicious person, you would stack it, but I'm not gonna. But so measuring the collar slightly behind the end of the hook. The collar is going to add to the action. And go ahead, 2 loose wraps. And then we'll do another stack on the bottom. The bottom doesn't need to be as precise as the top. And cut out a bunch. Pull out the shorts and then tie her in. 2 loose wraps, tighten her down. All right, looks good. Give it one more wrap. Let's find the end point, and then we'll pack it. And if we have more space, we can add more hair. Yeah. We got a little bit more room, but I don't think we're going to be able to add much more hair. So let's go ahead and tie it off. Okay. Whip finish. Tying this, you could apply some super glue to your thread and just wrap it to secure it, or you could whip finish. But you're always going to trap a little bit of hair. Maybe I'll do one whip and then a little bit of glue and wrap. A little bit of glue on the thread. That's good. Pull back the hair and build the head. Okay. Go ahead and cut it. All right. Now we'll shape the head. The head, we want it, the face we want angled, but we want the cheeks to be wide. not too narrow. The action is going to be a slow, like bloop, bloop. This one, I've had the best results fishing this one slow. So it's going to be razor blade to begin. Take it out. We'll move this. We don't need that anymore. And then we will chop her up. Okay, so razor blade. I always start under first. Slow under, slight angle, soft. Soft. Oh, this blade is a bit dull. Let's get a new blade. New blade. New blade. All right, we got our new blade. New blade. Back to work here. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. See what we're working with here. Flip it over. It's like a football shape almost. Nice and slow. Yeah. So you can kind of see what we're going for. We got to clean it. Oh, it's a little bit off. Take down that side. And then, yeah, you don't want to cut the rubber legs. Take down that side. I'm gonna pull the legs back so I can hold them as I cut. Okay, brush it out a bit, see what we're working with. And back to the cutting. Nice and slow. That's good. Oh yeah. That'll work. That's about what we want. Kind of press that down a bit. And you could glue eyes on there if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that today. If it were a gift, we would glue some eyes. This is just for my box. Clean it up a bit more. There's a stray there. There's a stray over here. There it is. So it's got almost like a lion's mane type face. But what we really want is that underneath profile. And the casting is very nice. Because it's a combination of foam and fur, it's light, and then it lands. The landing is great. Almost like a deer hair bug, not too big of a splash. So this is one of my go-to patterns. Super Mouse. Thanks for watching the Super Mouse.